A few months ago, I made a video talking about the MISC Starfarer, in which I proclaimed it to be the worst ship in Star Citizen. While a title like the worst ship is pretty subjective, it's a pretty objective fact that the Starfarer is incredibly confusing, with most of the assets being very old, and the interior being overly complex as it was initially designed to be an FPS level rather than a functional spaceship. And while a rework of the Starfarer is confirmed to be somewhere on the horizon, for now, it's a bit of a mess. So, with refueling gameplay coming online in Star Citizen's Alpha 3.17, and the Starfarer being the only ship in the game currently able to refuel other vessels, it's probably a good idea to know your way around one. Before we get into things though, if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and leave a like on the video to help support my channel. Without further ado, let's jump into the tour. While sitting on a pad or a planet's surface, the cargo ramp on the center rear of the ship is the only point of ingress. The ramp can be activated through the access panel on the right side of the cargo doors. Enjoy watching the lovely ramp animation, and take note of the handrails that pop up on the sides of the ramp before entering. This is something pretty unique to the Starfarer, and I think adds a lot of character to the ship. You should now find yourself in the spacious cargo bay of the ship. The door directly ahead, between the large gold pipes, is a bit deceiving. It simply leads to a dead-end room with a docking collar on the bottom of the ship. Instead, look to your right, past the jump seats along the far wall, to locate a door. This will lead you into a stairway leading to the second floor of the ship. At the top of these stairs, you'll find two doors, one leading directly ahead, and one leading to the right. Continue forward for now, and you'll find yourself in a small airlock room. The door in the center of this room leads you to the outside, where you will find the fuel tank catwalks. With refueling online, you'll be able to check the contents of your fuel tanks from the screens on these catwalks. Head back to the top of the stairs and go through the other door. You'll find yourself on a circular balcony overlooking the cargo bay. Continue around this area and be careful of the ladder on the right-hand side. It's a bit grabby. You should find yourself in a central room now, with a door leading towards the front of the ship. Head through here, past the escape pods, and congratulations! You've found the bridge. The front leftmost seat is the pilot's seat. This is where the ship is flown from. The large central seat on the bridge is the captain's seat. When this seat is occupied, they will have full control of ship systems such as lights and power distribution. It's a very unique feature that currently only the Starfarer really has, but I'm hopeful for other large MISC ships in the future, such as the Odyssey and the Hull series, to also feature a captain's seat. Now, head back out of the bridge and turn right. Straight ahead, you should encounter another staircase leading up to the third floor of the ship. Looking left, head through that door, where you'll encounter a lift and a ladder that both take you to the fourth floor of the ship. Here, you should see several doors, as well as a seat that takes you up into the large top turret of the ship. First off, head into the large open area ahead. This is the mess hall. Here you can find a kitchen and some small skylights for ambiance, and indeed a whole lot of chrome. Very tasteful. The small door that leads out of the mess hall leads into the captain's quarters, which includes a large desk with no chair, a bed with the greatest bedding fit for a captain, and a private bathroom. Head back out of the mess now and look to the left. Head through that door and you'll find yourself in the crew quarters. To the left are the crew beds, and to the right are the crew bathrooms. Feel free to explore a bit here if you'd like. Otherwise, head back out of the crew quarters and towards the door diagonally across from you on the right-hand side of the turret. Here you can find a lift that will take you back down to the 3rd floor of the ship. The door directly ahead of you leads into a hallway. Proceed down it, but note the glowing red Jeffries tube on your left. You will arrive in another small room with escape pods on the left, a door directly ahead of you, and another door on your right. Through the door ahead of you, you will find a long hallway leading to one of the rear turrets. The door to your right leads into a connecting room housing many of the core components of the ship, including the engines and the massive circular gravity generator. This room also connects to the other half of this floor, which is pretty much identical, with the long hallway leading to the other rear turret. The gravity generator room also has a small room connected to it, with a pair of elevators that lead conveniently down to the exterior catwalk by the fuel tanks. From the catwalk, you can head back inside the ship to find yourself back on the 2nd floor. To close out the tour, head back to that grabby ladder we mentioned earlier and climb on up. You'll find yourself inside a Jeffries tube, now on the 3rd floor. There's a ladder here that leads up to the 4th floor, a door further down that leads out into the 3rd floor proper, and a tiny crawl space that, if accessed by crawling while prone, leads you out of that small piece of the Jeffries tube system we passed and took note of earlier. If you head out the door and proceed straight, you should be able to find the stairs leading back to the 2nd floor without much difficulty. From here, you should be able to make your way back to the bridge and begin your adventure aboard this awesome ship. Unless, of course, landing services figured you got lost and yeeted you back into the station by storing the ship whilst you were exploring. While the Starfarer may be incredibly slow, cumbersome, and confusing, it's also a ship with a ton of character, and one that I love to fly, even with all its flaws. Do take care, as there are some silly bugs that can happen with the ship on occasion, but I think everyone should have a chance to try out this ever so unique ship and piece of Star Citizen history. I do hope this guide has helped you to navigate the Starfarer a bit more easily. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel for more great Star Citizen content. Consider also checking out my Discord server, where we'd love to chat about Star Citizen and other similar games. Link in the video description. As always, a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, including Saban, Ninja Waffle, Syra, Kermit the Wank Dragon, H. Kennett, and Silverwolf. Your support is very much appreciated and helps me keep making content. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.